Old Stuck-Up. Sir Topham Hatt preferred steam engines on this railway, but he found diesels and electrics useful too.
You're versatile,
he would say to them. Daisy, Mavis, Paxton, Dennis, Stafford, Haneda, and all the other diesels and electrics on Sir Topham Hatt's railway were proud of this. But James was not impressed. He liked diesels and electrics that are close to him like Paxton and Stafford, but he treated all others with deep suspicion. Diesels don't use coal and water. How can you trust an engine who isn't normal in his habits?
There he goes again.
Visiting diesels sometimes boasted about how special they were. Usually Haneda and Mavis had to spend the next day smoothing ruffled feelings. One day a particularly haughty diesel came from the other railway. When the visitor found out he was to share the shed with steam engines, he stopped outside in disgust and refused to go any further.
Why on earth does your controller keep such out-of-date objects? Dirty, smoky, slow things. Ugh. On our railway, steam engines are kept strictly in their place and not allowed on the main line without special permission.
Haneda, who was showing the diesel around, lost patience. Stay outside then, if you're so proud of it. I'm going to join my friends. I hope it's cold tonight and he can't start in the morning. Who'd need him, old stuck-up? The engines were glad when morning came. They went to fetch their trains as early as they could, and the visitor was left alone.
That's better. How can an engine rest in all that hissing and clanking?
The cleaning equipment and fuel supply were in the part of the shed that Mavis sometimes shared. Old Stuck-Up was so full of self-importance that he had forgotten he would need cleaning and refueling before he went home. It was getting late when he remembered.
If I go in now while the shed is empty, no one will know I've been.
He scuttered forward quickly. Too quickly. The shed where Mavis had stood were oily, and when the visitor tried to stop, he couldn't.
Brake blocks and buffers, I'm slipping!
As his wheels locked and slithered, he shut his eyes. The diesel was not badly damaged, but a dreadful draft came through the hole in the wall. When the other engines came home, they heard the story from Douglas, who had cleared up the mess. Well, good riddance. Old Stuck-Up came unstuck, did he? I say, Mavis, what is it Sir Topham Hatt calls you?
Versatile? But that isn't what he called Stuck-Up. I couldn't hear all he said, but I didn't think it sounded very polite.